mine brewed some cold brew at work and was kind enough to share with me, and I gotta say, it is fantastic. Today we have some fun stuff planned. We're going to a beach called Coste Beach, and there's a dive festival, more specifically a free dive festival that we're gonna go check out. There is going to be a ton of people there. This is the first free dive formal event that I have done since being on the island. We're on our way to pick up some familiar faces. We're gonna pick up Donnie and Jocelyn. You'll remember them from the first vlog when we went to Klein and went kite surfing. They are also my freediving buddies, so we're gonna pick them up. We're gonna head out to the west end and get our free dive on. Have to sign away our rights.
And I want to just really briefly say something about it to the people that are really new in free diving. Because I'm born in the water, I've always been diving, especially scuba diving, and then I think about dolphins or sharks and rays and coral and reefs, and that's me and nature and the ocean, beautiful. And when it goes to free diving, it's only about me and me. A big part of the free diving is about relaxation and breathing. We will talk about it a lot today, but I'd first like to give the word to Carlos so he can start to kick off. Cheers.
Thank you, Theo. Hey guys, welcome. I'm happy to be here again in Curaçao, this time with a big group of free divers in different levels, from beginners to advanced. I have some students here. We're going to start the freediving day of this diving week in Curaçao with a yoga warm-up. We call it dry warm-up.
Alright, so this morning we had a nice yoga session. We did some breathing exercises that got us familiar with being in tune with our own body and proper practices that make free diving a safe sport. We got into the water and did some breathing techniques as well, and we also went over some safety stuff, which is always important when you're in the water. I'm here sitting with Bridget, and go ahead and say your last name for me.
Achterberg.
I'm not even gonna try to. So she runs the dive school here, and your dive school is called?
B Diving and Watersports.
B Diving and Watersports. I'll go ahead and drop the link down below so you can see, get a familiarization of what her school is all about and her shop. So what was your goal with today, and what are you hoping to bring to the free dive community on Curaçao?
The freediving is not as popular yet here on the island, and that's kind of what I wanted to do to get more attention to the freediving, because it really is actually a really cool sport, and to get like freedivers together, because
Sure.
you can't go out by yourselves. We're all working and we all have our lives, and
Yeah.
trying to get as many people together so we can go out and practice and have fun and train and improve our skills and yeah, just getting it out on the island to, you know, the diving here is so popular, and the free diving is like a new sport that's recreational being done. So yeah, that's kind of what we're doing. We're really liking it, and we're trying to kind of create like a family that we can train with and get better.
And I'm glad you're taking the initiative to do that, because I've been freediving since I got here, and it's been myself and just my friends, and we didn't even know that there was a community or a group of people that did the same thing on the island. So, you know, you bringing that together is, I really hope to see the community grow and to meet new people and bring some more new faces into the community as well.
Yeah.
So how did you get started in freediving?
We got started through Theo from Coste, Theo Knevel.
Okay.
He's a good friend of ours, and he's a good friend of Carlos Coste, and he was really enthusiastic about the sport. So he brought all the gear along one day, and he's like, "Come on, let's go out and play." And we're scuba divers, so we're like, "Ah, man, snorkeling is for wussies," but freediving is something completely different. So me and my husband went out and played outside with him, and we're pretty competitive towards each other. So, my first try was 8 meters and his first try was 9 meters, so my next try had to be 10. And from then on we grew and grew and grew, and the improvements you make in such a short amount of time, and you don't have to, with the scuba diving, there's a lot more to it, and this way you get to spend your time underwater. And what you notice compared to scuba diving is that the fish come and check you out.
Right.
The bubbles don't scare them off, so it's a total different experience underwater, and it's actually really relaxing, having a kid and a company and all that stuff. You don't get the time and the chance to relax that much, and,
Yes.
and with this we really feel that. So
I've always really liked the meditative state of freediving. I always love the saying that you freedive to find yourself and you scuba dive to find the sea life.
yeah,
So that's kind of what draws me to it. It's just there's nothing like
definitely.
it. It's just you and yourself down there. But thank you for hopping on the camera with me and explaining what you do, and hopefully bringing more awareness for freediving on Coste.
you're welcome. Thank you for joining us.
So we just finished up our short lunch break. We're getting ready to head back into the water. We're going to be freediving with Carlos Coste. He's a 12-time world record holder for freediving. So let's jump in the water and let's get going. So we're wrapping up the day. I'm here with Carlos Coste. He has quite the track record with freediving. He's a 12-time world record holder, and he's a very, very accomplished freediver. Owns his own school in Bonaire. So Carlos, you're from Venezuela, correct?
Yeah, I'm from Venezuela. I have like 5 years living in Bonaire, developing my school. We start with my wife and me developing that training center, and this year 2019 is having successful level. We're growing up. The sport is growing up everywhere, but in that area of the planet it's slower than other places. But finally we're seeing how big it's going.
So how did you get started in freediving?
I can say because the way I was like kid, I was super curious, always in freedom, in contact with the natura, with the environment. I was always attracted for the water, big oceans, about the space as well. I like the astronomy. And I was a non-common kid. I was looking for kind of hobbies or sports or activities that are not the common, for example, in my country. And then I keep reading, I keep watching documentaries about underwater, about diving, about exploration of places in the planet. And finally in the university, having 21 years old, I discovered a club in my university that they teach underwater activities, diving, scuba diving, spearfishing, fin swimming. Then I decided to take a chance to try. From the moment I test that, I love it, and I just go in completely all my life from that moment. And then I started to train. I like the competitive side. Then I start to train, following the basics that gave me in the club, but as well I need to develop myself a lot in an autodidact, auto-teaching way, because in that time, year 97, there was no YouTube, no Facebook, no books about freediving in my country. Maybe in Europe you can find some information, but in my country, year 97, nothing. Then I need to do a lot of experimental things with myself. A little bit dangerous sometimes. I'm a lucky guy. Never has a big accident in that first years. But then finally I start to train properly and I break some records from the year 2002 that I did my first world record.
Okay. Was that accident, was that the scariest moment of your freediving career?
Yeah, I have different moments. Yeah. The first time I see a shark was a scary moment, yeah. But I understood that the sharks are not dangerous in like the movies or something like that.
Right.
As well, I have some blackouts, maybe some problems with boats passing me over my head.
Yeah.
I'm very lucky, but I have an accident in 2006 that I almost died doing no limits discipline. I did a dive until 182 meters in the deepest discipline in the freediving. For that time, the world record was 1 meter extra. 183. I was looking to break this, but I had an accident during the last training. It was air embolism in my cerebellum. Then it gave me a lot of problems. It was a very scary situation for me, for my team, for my wife in that moment, and then it changed my life completely. Then I see the things from other point of view. I start to train again almost from zero, to learn the basics, to learn how to swim, to learn how to walk, everything. Wow. And then finally I feel that I recover 150% in most of my skills.
Yeah. So are you still pushing the limits now, or are you kind of taking a backseat to that and just focusing on the education side of freediving?
I like the competitive feeling. I like to train. But in the last 3 years, because forced immigration out of my country and need to develop my business for survival, then I need to focus all my energies in the school. The fact that I did my immigration not in a plan, it was not in my plans like this. But the crisis in my country pushed me to go out and to develop a school in a new place, Bonaire. Thanks God we have chance to choose Bonaire. It's a beautiful island, super special for freedivers. And then we have been working 5 years like a team, and then we are making it. The school is growing up. Finally we are seeing the progress, but it was very slowly. But now we are happy to see that, to see the results.
Yeah.
But it takes energy from me. Then I didn't have chance to train for the competitive side of my career. But I think next year I will have some energy and some time to do this. Then I wanna compete again. Maybe not looking for world records, but looking to be in this rush, in this excitement to push limits, you know?
Yeah, I'm sure we're all looking forward to that. What, between all of your world records, you starting a successful freedive school, what do you consider to be your biggest accomplishment in your career?
I don't have a specific one preferred. I can say that when I started freediving in my country and Latin America, it was almost unknown activity. Anyone's know, journalists, general public, possible sponsor, anyone's know about this sport. And after a big effort, step by step, working from Venezuela and other places, this sport is more recognized in my country because my job and as well my ex-wife that take care of, do press release and work with me like manager and representative, sport representative. We did a good job with the media, with the public, and then a lot of people know now about what is freediving. We put our sport in the Guinness record with Venezuelan flag. I'm proud of all of this. Then it's not only one record, it's all the job, all the very step-by-step job and constant effort during all these years. We have around 20 years pushing the sport forward.
So Your school in Bon Air, tell us a little bit about it. What is it called, and how can people who are interested in freediving find you?
Okay, I'm living in Bon Air from 5 years ago. The main reason is because it's the perfect spot for freediving, one of the best of the planet. Why? Because when you are a freediver, you look for a place with nice water conditions. The water is not cold in winter, the temperature is always nice. The visibility is beautiful all the year, and the island is far from the hurricane belt. Then you can have good conditions all the year. But apart that, the island is super special place about environmental harmony. The island has a grow in a controlled way. Then the government, the authorities, the local people don't like that the island grow up too fast or too crazy. Then they keep everything under control. It means that the ocean in front of the downtown, you can jump to the water in downtown and the reef is beautiful. As well, they manage the garbage with very carefully. Then you have beautiful water conditions all the year long. You have an island that is calm, it's not massive tourism, it's a stable and responsible environmental tourism. But as well you have comfort, because the island has top level supermarket, a hospital with European standards. You have an international airport connected to US, to Europe, direct flights. And all of these logistic and the deep spots are in a radius of around 1.5 kilometers. Then it's super simple to go there, just have your room and go to train every day. This is why I think it's one of the best spots. Apart this, we have been building a nice logistic, one of the best of the region. We are having a permanent platform on place all the year for all the levels. We have a boat. We have a good experience teaching students from all the levels. I'm instructor trainer. It means that I can teach a student from beginner level to instructor levels. I have a good assistant instructor working with me now. Then I can rely on him because it's high quality what we look for. We look for a personal service to the student, a personal experience for the student. Then we don't want to work with big group of students. We work with 3, maximum 4 students at the same time. It's common that I work with 2 or 1 students. Then it gives high quality. It gives a personalized attention to every student go to the school. And you can check our TripAdvisor to see why I say this. And all the students are happy. Happy student, happy instructor, I say that. They learn a lot, they improve performance, and they enjoy a beautiful island.
Definitely. Bon Air is absolutely a beautiful island. I've had the pleasure of visiting once before, and I can't recommend it enough. Carlos, thanks so much for coming on the channel and giving us a feel for what you do and your accomplishments. And I can't thank you enough for coming out and diving with us today. So much appreciated.
It was a pleasure.
Man.
It was a pleasure.
Just like that, 12 hours later, we're back home. Thanks for following along on this one. I know it was a longer vlog than usual, but I really appreciate you sticking around. Please like the video, please subscribe if you haven't already, and comment your thoughts and concerns, and I will see you on the next adventure. Cheers.